Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson calling President Trump a monster after the DOJ launched a probe into the Windy City's hiring practices. Mayor Johnson touted the number of black officials in his administration, and now he's hitting back at the president.
The president's animus towards women, people of color, working people, this is not a surprise. He's a monster, period. We have the most diverse administration in the history of Chicago, and he is threatened by that.
So, Jillian, as much as I think the Trump administration does some monstrous things, if you're sitting there with a 7% approval rating, wouldn't you think that you might consider that you've got to do some things differently to get the support back of your city?
I think he's thinking not just different, but if you're at a 7% approval rating, you got to go big. You got to outdo everybody else. You got to go hard charging at every Republican you can find. And that's, what he's doing. Whether it remains to be seen whether that works for Chicagoans. It has certainly for other politicians in the city in the past, meaning they have a proclivity to reelect the same people over and over and over, despite corruption, despite everything falling apart, despite violence, so maybe it'll work for him. I don't know.
Greg, the crux of the accusation is about DEI, which the Trump administration's been going after. We had Lori Lightfoot, who didn't get selected again, who didn't want to call on white reporters, was the big story that we were covering back then. What do you make of all of this?
Yeah, it's weird how we used to think Lori Lightfoot was the worst mayor in history. He makes her look like Margaret Thatcher. Yeah, it's imagine if a white leader said, why do I hire so many white people? Well, they always show up on time, right? Isn't that great? You would be fired. But for some reason, you could be racist in America if you're black. Lori Lightfoot was, Jussie Smollett, you can go on and on and on. But it's Friday and I want to get home. When you listen to this guy, you hear a relic of a dying era, a rent-seeking charlatan, coasting on identity. He's so comfortable in his racism, he can actually brag about it. But the problem with America, it begins and ends with the cities like LA, San Francisco, Chicago, Minneapolis, New York, Portland, DC. There's never been an epidemic like this of mismanagement, cronyism, and corruption. And it's allowed to continue because a lot of these people are race hustlers who make it a hate crime to treat them as equals. You're not supposed to expect competence or fairness from progressives because somehow they're exempt.
One area where it seems like progressives are actually doing well is pulling down the murder rate. So this is a national trend. Chicago, lowest murder rate since 1962.
They killed everybody.
Yes, there are no people.
You're joking, but criminologists, this is not me talking, there is a theory that at some point you get to the point where all the drug crews and gun crews have essentially either been arrested or in jail. Now, I don't know if that's what's going on in Chicago, but you hear that from academics. I don't really buy it. I think it's generally down to good policing. Look, quality of life stuff is the stuff that's really become salient in the cities, right? And to Greg's point, our cities in America, these are supposed to be our crown jewels. These are the things that people think of when they're overseas, when they think of America. Think of the Statue of Liberty, the Golden Gate Bridge. Our blue cities have become a nut job archipelago. It's almost like they are like a quarantine area that we've decided we're going to put all our most extreme. And so we just punt on it, and we shouldn't give up on it because these cities are so important and vital to us. It's almost like we make a deal. Like you say, okay, you know what? Leave all the nuts there, but the cities are fun. So, you know what? I like going to the city. I want to go to a restaurant, go to a show, but then I get out of there. It's okay. Leave the crazy. It's like you go to visit, but then you get out. Well, the reason I'm not okay with that is I live in the city, and I grew up here, and I don't want to give it up. And just to get to the point of Johnson here, and it goes back to Lightfoot, he's in the box here. The reason we're doing this story is because DOJ just opened on him, all right? The Civil Rights Division is looking at him over the 1964 Civil Rights Act. And he's like almost black letter in violation. He says, yeah, well, I hire black people. I mean, you did not get that memo that you can't, what did Roberts say, right? This way to stop discriminating on race is to stop discriminating on race. As the mayor of one of our major cities,
but you
should
also know
that.
Paul, that like a feature, you've lived here long enough. I certainly know because I grew up here in New York City. Like nobody loves to complain about their local and state leaders more than
This table.
liberals in the well, nobody more than this table, but then beyond this table, you know, like liberals in big cities, and then you end up with, you know, people like this with the mayor with 7%, but he might very well get reelected for another 20 years. Nobody ever makes any change. It's very baffling.
Teachers union.
Yeah, he's not doing, like, there's nothing revolutionary here. He's not doing anything any different than Hakeem Jeffries or Chuck Schumer. My policies aren't popular. As a matter of fact, they kind of suck. What am I going to do? What am I going to change? What's my message? Oh, I know. Blame Trump. Be mean to Trump. Hope that people bite on that. And, you know, maybe people in Chicago are dumb enough to do it. I don't think so. I mean, I think you can't spit in somebody's face enough times and tell them it's raining and they'll just keep believing it.
Nut job archipelago was awesome.
Yeah.
All right,
That's
up
Greg's
next
new podcast.
is Hollywood ditching alpha males. The Gladiator actor has some thoughts.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.